Habe ich mich umgesehen. Das erste Mal umgesehen. Und dort habe ich geweint um Dresden, geheult. Geheult um meine Stadt.
On the morning of February the 14th, as the birth sunbeams make their weary way through the swirling smoke of the still-burning city, you can pick out the people. Tens of thousands of them trying to escape from Dresden via the city's arterial roads.
Dann auf der Müglitztalstraße in Donau, dann bin ich auf Menschen gestoßen, dort war der Elendszug von Dresden bis rauf ins Erzgebirge. Die ganzen Ausgebombten, Kranke, Invaliden, Kinder, schwarz wie die Nacht alle, schleppte sich, also dieser Elendszug, das vergisst man nie. Das kann man nicht. Furchtbar, wie die sich schleppen. Manche hatten eine Kinderwägelchen, manche hatten einen Leiterwagen. Das ganze Müglitztal, das müssen Sie sich mal vorstellen, wie lang das ist von Dresden bis ins Erzgebirge rauf, wie lang das ist.
On the morning of February the 14th, 1945, 450 flying fortresses of the American Air Force take off for the third air raid on Dresden. The threefold blow on the dying Saxon capital is to complete the work. It is not only the bombers which make this third attack so horrible, but most of all it's the escort fighters, the Mustangs. Along the meadows on the banks of the Elbe, they pursue a murderous manhunt on women, children and old people.
Und da kam wieder ein Flieger, einer, ne? ganz, ganz tief. Die haben tatsächlich auf die einzelnen Menschen gezielt.
Und dann kamen in den nächsten Tagen immer wieder Tiefflieger. Es war also auch da sehr gefährlich, sich auf die Straßen zu begeben.
Und da kamen da immer wieder noch die Tiefflieger, wie hießen denn die anderen Flieger? Wenn da die Leute den Kopf raussteckten, da war der Kopf weg.
Einige im großen Garten, einige sind nach der Elbe gelaufen und haben sich hingeworfen. Und da sind diese Menschen gekommen, sind das nur Menschen gewesen, geflogen gekommen und haben mit Bordwaffen auf die hilflosen Menschen, die da gelegen haben, geschossen und haben, und haben so viele noch getroffen, verwundet. Wir hatten ja nichts mehr. Also das ist mit das Grässlichste überhaupt. Wobei noch zu sagen ist, dass die Firmen hier in Heidenau nicht eine Bombe abbekommen haben. Das war ein ausländisches Kapital dabei. Die kriegten nicht eine einzige Bombe ab. Aber die Margarinefabriken, die wurden bombardiert, ist auch gegen die Menschen, auch gegen uns gerichtet gewesen.
Es war kaum zu beschreiben. Ich kann das bloß bestätigen, dass die Flieger so tief kamen, als hier die Heimbewohnerin sagte, so tief kamen, dass sie Freude dran hatten, wenn sie einen Menschen erwischten. Und das war auch nachher noch so.
Das waren Kinder, Geiseln, wer war denn noch da? Frauen.
Who actually started this aerial warfare against the capitals? Well, I've been working on a biography of Winston Churchill for 15 years, and here I have to say that it has been proven beyond doubt. Winston Churchill unleashed the aerial warfare on the German cities in the summer of 1940, and for 3 reasons. First, in the summer of 1940, Churchill had just become Prime Minister of England, and at that time the desire for peace was becoming vocal. There were even secret rallies in the street in front of his apartment, peace rallies. People could no longer see any sense in the war. Poland no longer existed, France had been conquered. The Germans had already begun to offer peace conditions, which were quite acceptable. But these offers of peace were never published. Winston Churchill knew about it from decoding the radio. The German ambassador in Washington was contacted by the English ambassador in Washington, a memorable day. On July the 20th, 1940, the British ambassador, Lord Luthien, asked of his own bat, "What are the German conditions? What is the German offer for peace?" The German ambassador, Ernst Thompson, sent a radio message to Berlin, coded by the Enigma machine. The English ambassador wants to know what our offer is for peace. Churchill had it decoded and read it. On the very same day, July 20th, 1940, he summoned Air Marshal Sir Charles Porter, commander of the British Bomber Command, and asked him, "Sir Charles, what is the earliest moment at which we can attack Berlin to great effect?" Until that time, no bomb had fallen on London and none on Berlin. That is to say, neither had attacked the other's capital city. But now Churchill wanted to know how soon Berlin could be attacked. The answer from Sir Charles: "Prime Minister, it is still summer, July 20th. The nights are too short. We cannot even reach Berlin. The earliest time we could do it would be September 1st. Besides, we would also have the first 100 Sterling bombers then." The big 4-engine bomber aircraft were due to be delivered by that date. Churchill says, "Good, prepare everything for a full-scale attack on Berlin." And Air Chief Marshal Sir Charles Porter points out, "But Prime Minister, if we attack Berlin now, and we know from the radio decoding that Hitler had given the order not to attack London, and that he has not ordered a general area warfare on English cities, I point out, if we attack Berlin now, Hitler will raise his embargo and will unleash an attack on London."
London zum Angriff freigeben. Da hat Churchill mit den Augen gezwinkert. Das passte ihm sehr gut.
Churchill blinked his eyes. It suited him perfectly that Hitler would now bomb London. It was not yet possible. The nights were too short. August the 24th, it is still the year 1940, but that was fateful for the German cities. August the 24th, and a bomb falls on London, in the working class area. Nobody was killed, just a few chickens were killed. A German aeroplane had lost its bearings. The crew was later court-martialed by the German Air Force. I know those names. But that was reason enough for Winston Churchill to ask at 9:10 on the next morning, August the 25th, for a direct line from his country seat Chequers to the headquarters of British Bomber Command. I demand that Berlin be attacked tonight with at least 100 planes. Again, the British Bomber Command refuses. We know that because in the English archives, the actual words of this phone call are recorded. Bomber Command wanted it known precisely who was responsible for this historic turn of events. 9:10 on the morning of August the 25th, 1940, Bomber Command refuses. Churchill insists. Bomber Command says, actually, we are planning an attack on the Utrecht in Leipzig tonight. The reply from Churchill, it has to be Berlin. The attack was carried out on Berlin, but only 30 aeroplanes reached the capital. Only a few bombs were dropped on the municipal area and nobody was killed. 2 evenings later, Churchill again ordered an attack on Berlin. This time Hitler went in person to Berlin. We know that because we know exactly what Hitler was doing at that time from his servants' diaries. I have the journals from Goering and from Field Marshal Milch. We have many private journals from prominent figures, the VIPs of the time. Hitler went immediately from Ober-Salzberg to Berlin to be with his people, because he now understood that the English had started to attack his capital. The Air Force wanted to strike back. Hitler said no, still no permission to attack London. Hitler sent for a lawyer, not in order to start legal proceedings against the English. He sent for the lawyer, Dr. Ludwig Weishauer, and told him, you will fly to Stockholm immediately, contact the British ambassador, Victor Menet, and give him the details of the German peace offer. I read the file which holds the written proof that Churchill ordered Menet to refuse access to the German lawyer. On the same day, Hitler asked Rudolf Hess, please get in touch with your English friends and tell your English friends or any voter that we are only looking for peace. And my offer for peace is the following. He would be prepared to withdraw the German troops from France, the Netherlands, Belgium, even